Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nottingham Forest Career Mode, episode number 14. The end of the season is approaching, which is good news to say the least, because it means we can finally start to get towards our hunt towards getting somewhere in the Premier League and that Premier League title. Anyways, you can see we've played a few games since the last episode, and that's the sole purpose of, for some reason, I had the annoying thing where the international glitch comes along, where you do the international break, but the team is still playing matches. So there you go, we got 4 points out of 6 anyway. We had a 3-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday and a 0-0 draw over Brighton, and that just kind of reveals that. Anyway, we're going against Burton, who are in bottom, which basically means we've got 3 points already just by showing up. As you can see there by the stats, it's not going to go Burton's way. And from the looks of things, the fact that we've shown up away, you know, we got one of the, I think we have the best away record in the league as well, which is no surprise, is certainly going to help us get this win. Anyways, didn't really treat this game as anything major. Did put out a decent enough squad for it, but wasn't treating it as a difficult game. And to be fair, I felt as if early on that we were just going to walk over them. As you can see, we're 3 minutes into the game. Asambalonga's into the box, hit the 4th minute, and Asambalonga smacked it in the net. We're 1-0 up after 4 minutes, so it made me feel as if this was going to be a giant walkover of Burton Albion. So it just, you know, I just felt like it was going to be an easy job as per usual against teams like this. Asambalonga with a nice goal. I believe that was his 10th goal of the season, and a nice way to knock it home there. Simple but effective, and we take the early lead. But, no, you can see at 54th minute, still 1-0. Neves takes a good shot here, and Asambalonga tries to get on the rebound, but that is a real good slide challenge to stop anything from continuing on, I should say, and it being 2-0. They get a free kick here, and you can see they are trying. Burton are trying everything possible. They give it a good hoof, and it hits the bar, and it goes out of play. Very costly moment there, but thankfully we were able to keep it calm. And then corner, absolute last chance of the game, and yep, that was their player headering that way back out of play. So we take the 1-0 win. I mean, it was weird, because once we got the goal, I just kept on playing the same way we always play. But Burton just kind of started locking us down and just stopping us from being able to execute it in that fashion. But they weren't able to do anything in their own accord, so that is the reason why we won that game. 1-0 and got another 3 points. Good job there. Anyway, here we go up against Preston right now, who are, well, neither of us are in that table, but Preston are just below Wolves. I know that for a fact. They're tied on points with Wolves, and of course we're in first place. I don't know why it showed that table. That is the somewhat more annoying glitch, I suppose you could say, of this year, where it focuses on the Premier League teams that have just been relegated rather than showing your team or your opponent's team. Anyway, there you go. There's the lineup for Preston. There's the lineup for us. We've gone with a much stronger team this time. Groyach, Lansbury, Osborne, Bentner, some of our more star players, I suppose you could say. And well, we kind of needed it, because Preston were really piling on the issue in this game. As you can see, the early shot by them, we had to try and combat with anything possible. We're just passing it around the box here, trying to find Lansbury. He gets saved. It finds Bentner, but that's blocked by a defender, and it falls back to Lansbury. But unfortunately, he was offside. But now late on in the game, Preston are on the attack. McGeady makes an incredible run. Passes into May. He takes a good shot, but Wellenreuther, with one of the most key pivotal saves he's ever made, catches it in his hands. I've been very critical of Wellenreuther in this season about his handling not being anywhere near what I expect from him. But he proved me wrong there with an incredible save. However, it didn't change the fact that this game ended 0-0. It was, if you're into midfield football, it was the game for you. If you're in for shots, it was a very dreary game, and I would 4 out of 10 would not recommend. Anyway, moving on here, the final played game of the episode, I should say. Against Wolves, we're down in a 12th. They're basically, well, you know, I said they were neck and neck with Preston. With us getting a 0-0 draw over Preston. I didn't have much faith in us being able to do any better in this game, and predicted maybe another 0-0 with Villa and Newcastle closing in on us. You can see the lineup I've gone here as well is not that good, especially in the midfield with Grant and Cash. Those guys' ratings are not good at all. We're going to ask them belong up front, so hopefully there's a bit of hope in this episode that we can actually salvage some points from this game. But I'm proven wrong very early on. George Grant, 1-0 after just a few minutes of all the people to score. Grant was not on my list, and shockingly enough, after this goal as well, when it goes back into the game, found out that he scored 4 this season. Didn't know that at all, but look at that, he doesn't have hit it. Fair play to Grant. He gets that run through. He gets past all those players and then just hits it. The keeper dives the wrong way, and it's in the back of an early 1-0 lead. We move on here a few minutes later. We got Cash on the ball now. Cash looking to try and make a run. He's got a lot of players on him. He passes it into Grant. Yes, he does. Grant makes his way around more players and knocks in the back of the net. Grant with a double, and we're not even 25 minutes into the game. I have no idea what happened to George Grant, but today he just decided to show up and put on an incredible performance with 2 goals already. George Grant putting in an incredible showing, and we go 2-0 up over Wolves. This gave me much more faith, considering, you know, the last 2 games were not really games where we looked our strongest. This is much better. This is kind of back to form now. A little bit of a dip. I know we still got the win against Burton, but it was a little bit of a dip, and Preston was kind of the key example of that. But there we have it. 2-0 here. Now we move on to the second half. Great pass up to Asamoah. I believe that was by Cohen. Look at the space Asamoah had there. And now he runs through. He takes a shot. It's a really strong save by the keeper. And it goes out to the midfield or whatever. We move on here, and it's Luaga Kazito for now, I believe, his 3rd goal of the season with a lovely header. Passed in by Dimitru there. Crossed in, I should say. Nice angle on the cross, and look, how was he in so much space? I don't know. By himself, breaks past his marker if he even had him, and it's 3-0. Now we move on. It's Dimitri on the ball again. He finds Pereira into Asamoah. He's not going to miss from there. It's 4-0. Absolute destruction. Asamoah with another goal to add to his tally as he and Bentner go towards the end of the season, rivaling one another for trying to get the most goals in a Nottingham Forest shirt. Look at that. It's a nice passing from Pereira. Could have been selfish, but saw how much space Asamoah was in, and there was almost no worry about Asamoah missing until he hit the post, in which case a little bit of poo came out. But yeah, it's fine. You know, we won 4-0. An absolutely destructive show, and the show I expect from a team like Nottingham Forest when we come up against a mid-table team like Wolves. You know, we do not let anyone have a break against us. You have our best team every single time, basically. We always give it 100%. Anyway, we're going to move on here to the last game of the episode. It's against Huddersfield. Huddersfield are in a tough battle down at the end of the table. They're trying to hang on for relegation. I think they'll do it. You'll see the table at the end of the episode, and I think they'll do it. But as you can see, tough times here. We get Groyage suffering an injury right after they make it 1-1. And, well, they were able to equalize fairly quickly as well after Ruben Neves' opening goal. Still going towards the end of the game here, getting worrying that we're only going to get a point against this team that's 2 places off the bottom. The worry continues until the 86th minute when Ben Osborne saves the game for us and gets us another 3 points. Thank you very much, Osborne. There's the table to finish off the episode. We're 6 points up, and as you can see, Burton Albion are confirmed relegated. But we're 6 points up as we head in now to the last 5 games of the season. I'm feeling confident that this title is ours. Anyway, that is going to end this episode of Career Mode. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.